Hey crossword fans! Today we're going to be solving the New York Times crossword for Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. Alright, let's get started. One across, bread served with baba ganoush. I think that has to be a pita. Let's see if we can build down here. Smooth over in a way, that could be pave, like a road. Muslim leader, that's an imam. Bathroom powder has to be talc. What someone counting sheep wishes to be. You wish to be asleep, yeah. So what's that give us here? A moss, is this Latin? Reddit Q&As, no, this is Ask Me Anythings. Comedy club host is an MC. Let's see what this first long across is. This has got to be a theme answer. Washington Post. This is wordplay, that's indicated by this question mark here. With wordplay clues, we need to look for a punny answer. But it's also a theme answer, so there might be something else going on too. The Washington Post obviously is a newspaper, but the P isn't capitalized here, so it's definitely not talking about the paper. I wonder if it's some kind of job in Washington, that kind of post. Washington Post. It could be about the state of Washington. Or maybe it's about George Washington. Because wasn't he stationed at Valley Forge during the Revolutionary War? I know he spent some time there. Let's see. Fish that can swim backward. Yeah, that's got to be an eel. Choice for the indifferent. Any. Any is fine with me. Half calf is a coffee order. Consent to. When you have a word in parentheses at the end of your clue, that means that same word needs to be able to go at the end of your answer. I think this is going to be a bit of a $10 word. I think it's a seed to. Yeah. Like the Bosporus, notably. The Bosporus is a body of water. I think it's a strait, so maybe it's narrow by definition. Trim as a photo, that should be crop. Like a drive in the woods. This is more wordplay, and it's not a theme answer this time, so we just need to come up with a punny answer here. Like a drive in the woods. So it's not going to be a drive in a car. Is it about golf? Like a drive? ERR. I wonder if it's about driving your golf ball into the woods. So that would be off the fairway, right? So that would be a bad thing. Is it an error or... I'm not sure exactly what this is going to be. Lengthen with unnecessary material as a speech. Okay, so that's got to be pad. Maybe it's errant. Yeah, your ball went into the woods. There we go. Hot summer period, named for the constellation Sirius. Oh, this has got to be the dog days of summer. I don't think I ever knew it was named after the dog constellation Sirius. That's pretty cool. Okay, hair removal brand, that's Nair. Bumbling. Could that be inane? Greet the day. It seems like that should be a rise. And that helps us break into this corner here. Molecule bit is definitely an atom. Nanny's nightmare. It's got to be a misbehaving child, right? Maybe a brat? Yeah. Bronco or beetle EG. Okay, so these are both animals, but this B in beetle is capitalized, so that means it's a proper noun. So I think these are actually going to be examples of an auto, a car. That's pretty tricky. Let's see if that's right. Symbol in the sky above Gotham City. That would be the bat signal, Batman signal. Zendaya's role on Euphoria. I've never watched this show. I know a lot of people like it. It's got to be a name. I have no idea. Sampled a beat, say? This is B-E-E-T, the vegetable. So it's got to be 8. Overflow with. I think team with sounds good. So this is rue. Okay, that is a name. State trees of Massachusetts. It's got to be elms, plural, because they asked for trees, plural, in the clue. RISD grad's degree. RISD is a art school in Rhode Island, so you would get a Master's of Fine Arts. Nice. Absorbs with up. That's got to be sops up. Let's see what our next theme answer is. San Francisco Examiner. Okay, it seems like each one of these theme clues is going to be the name of a newspaper, but we have to interpret it in a punny way. So, San Francisco Examiner, would that be a 49er? They're examining the ore and panning for gold. That's pretty funny. Hike. I guess this is hike in the sense of increasing something. I think this is going to be raise. And what is this? Nickname for dad has got to be Papa. London lad. So this is a British word for a young boy? What is this? It ends in a P? What's this down here? Necklace fastener. Okay, that's going to be a clasp. So that means this has to be a chap, right? Nice. Very in slang. That could be hella. Bye-bye to Bonaparte. So this has to be a French way to say goodbye. That could be adieu. And this is a lead. Was out in front. Yeah. Walker, who wrote The Color Purple. That has to be Alice Walker. Comes down as a wintry mix. We're talking about weather here. This is sleets. Boston Herald, another newspaper. Is this Paul Revere? It has to be, right? Nice. Another Revolutionary War reference. Okay. Not my typo. So this is editor's notation. They'll write sic, which is a Latin word that means thus. I didn't make this mistake. I found it this way. One way to pay. You could pay by card. Road crew supply. Are we talking about paving? What is this going to be? It doesn't seem like it. What is this? Grazing land. Shouldn't that be a lee? This can't be sail, right? Road cruise supply. That definitely seems wrong. It seems like we might have one or more wrong answers here. Everything seems okay so far, though. Let's see if we can find where our mistake is. Facts and figures. That should be data. Where is our mistake? Road cruise supply. Oh, it could be salt, right? So maybe it's not inane. Maybe it's inept instead. Yeah, that's a better answer for bumbling. Okay. What tahini is made from? That is made from sesame seeds. Pie variety whose pronunciation inspires debate. That would be pecan or pecan pie, which is delicious either way you pronounce it. Kind of chip named for its inventor, Ignacio Anaya. Kind of chip. Inventor. Is this a computer chip? What is this? Oh no, it's a nacho chip. Nacho is a nickname for Ignacio. Okay, that's great. Part of an online thread. Could be an email. Uses Airbnb or Verbo. That would be rents, a house. Single or double. Yeah, in baseball that's a hit. Beltway bigwigs are Pauls, politicians. We get this kind of informal answer because the word bigwigs in the clue is very informal. Hoosier Hoopers. Okay, Hoopers are basketball players. And I believe Hoosiers are people that live in Indiana, because I think this is the Indiana Pacers. I'm not super strong with basketball, but I believe that's right. Shaking my head. Okay, this is a bracket clue, so that means we need to find a verbal equivalent to the nonverbal action of shaking my head, which I think should be tisk, right? You're scolding someone. Let's see here. Surveys. Yeah, that could be scans. Smart Alec. Wiseacre. You're cracking wise. Org for the SEC and ACC. Securities and Exchange Commission. Maybe it's the New York Stock Exchange. That would make sense. Belgrade native. That would be a Serb, wouldn't it? So what do we have here? Evidence of healing. Shouldn't that be a scab? SEC. So is this not the New York Stock Exchange? What is this? Derriere. That's another word for your rear end. ACC. Wait a minute. Is this about college sports? Is this the NCAA? SEC. I guess this is a different SEC. Yeah, this has got to be about sports. Okay. So let's see what our last newspaper is here. Kansas City Star. Isn't there a Kansas City football player named Travis Kelce? He's dating Taylor Swift, isn't he? I think that's right. Okay. Extra attention in brief. That could be tender, loving care. Untapped as potential. That could be latent potential. Personnel investments. Vestments are priest garb. So this could be the clergy. Let's see. Gerund suffix. Yeah, the ending ing is called a gerund, and you can add it to a verb to make it a noun. And we have a sty, total dump, yeah. Concluded is over. Clear out has got to be vacate. Multiple, that could be several. World Heritage Site in Jordan. Yeah, that is the ancient city of Petra. That's where they filmed that really beautiful facade in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Okay. What baking soda and vinegar simulate in a classic science fair experiment? That would be lava coming out of your papier-mâché volcano. Prison divisions are cells. Signals on set have got to be cues. That's my cue. Item of apparel for Zorro or Dracula. What did they both have? They both wore a cape, right? Condo EG, that would be an example of a unit. Sicilian volcano, that is Mount Etna. Speaking of lava. Okay, so this should be ant, one of 20 quadrillion worldwide per a recent estimate. Wow, that is a lot of ants. This should be a pin, item in a tailor's kit. And this should be ETA, Southwest Forecast for short. Oh, this is a really nice, tricky clue. It kind of seems like they're talking about a weather forecast in the southwest of the United States, but it's actually the airline Southwest, and their forecast is when their plane is going to arrive, the ETA. That's a wonderful clue. All right, well, let's throw this A in there and see if that'll do it for us. All right, a Tuesday puzzle in 20 minutes. So our theme today was wacky interpretations of newspaper names. We had the Washington Post, George Washington at Valley Forge, the San Francisco Examiner, a 49er panning for gold. The Boston Herald is Paul Revere warning of the British attack. And a modern Kansas City Star is the football player Travis Kelce. This was a really charming theme. It felt very appropriate for a Tuesday puzzle. I also loved the handful of tricky clues we got today. This was a great golf pun, like a drive in the woods, errand. That's very funny. And I loved these hidden proper nouns. Bronco or beetle EG for this one. I guess beetle isn't super hidden. We spotted that one right away. And I loved our last clue too. Southwest forecast. That is so sneaky. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed reading those wacky headlines with me. And I think that's gonna do it for now. All right. I'll see you next time.